Hi, my name is Angela McKinnon, and I'm a graduate student at Arkansas State University, currently taking class 6193 under Cindy Nichols. And the purpose of this video is to discuss the assessment results for JL. JL is 9 years old. She's a female in the 3rd grade at Lewisburg Elementary School in Olive Branch, Mississippi. She lives with her mother, her father, and an older sibling. She does have an outside diagnosis of ADHD. In 2017, she was referred for further evaluation because she was exhibiting the following difficulties in class: trouble comprehending new ideas, doesn't understand the information in class that is presented on a daily basis. She was also having difficulty putting thoughts down on a paper. Verbal responses did not relate to the question being asked or the topic that was being discussed at that time. In September of 2017, JL began the evaluation process for special education services. The first assessment that was given to JL was the clinical evaluation of language fundamentals, used to diagnose a language disorder in children ages 5 through 21 years old. This tests the limits of a student's language abilities, as well as observation-based and interaction-based tasks. JL's core language score was an 80. The normal range is 85 to 115. With a score of 80, this placed JL below average of her peers. She scored above average in the areas of expressive language and the language context. She scored below average in the areas of receptive language index with a score of 73 and a language memory with an 80. The receptive language index subtest the performance of comprehension and listening. The language memory index measures the memory on dependent language tasks such as following directions, recalling sentences, formulating sentences. In this area, she was 1.5 standard deviation below the mean of 100. The second assessment that JL took was the Kaufman Test of Achievement, which measures achievement in school. JL performed within average range compared to her peers in the areas of word reading and reading comprehension. She was able to decode words in isolation and answer factual questions from a passage. She performed below average in math calculations, math concepts, and math application problems. She was able to solve basic addition and subtraction and put numbers in order, for example, least to greatest, greatest to least. One of the areas that was noted that she was weak was in the difficulty of solving multi-step word problems, such as addition, subtraction, and multiplication. The next assessment that JL was administered was the Wechsler's Nonverbal Scale of Ability. This assessment measures the cognitive ability in children from the age of 4 to the adolescence of 21 years old. JL performed within average range on picture arrangements. However, she performed below average in the coding and spatial subtest. The subtest scores varied greatly, so a decision was made to administer a second cognitive assessment. The comprehensive test of nonverbal intelligence was administered. This test uses nonverbal format for children ages 6 to 99 years of age. They use pictorial and geometric content. JL performed an average range on the pictorial analysis, pictorial sequences, geometric analogies, and geometric sequences. She scored below average range in the pictorial categories and the geometric analogies. The next assessment was given was the Brown Attention Deficit Disorder. Now, she does have an outside diagnosis of ADHD. This scale was done by the parent and a teacher. JL's parents' rating had her in the average range in the areas of affect and organization skills, memory, and action. The ratings from her parent also put her as atypical in the other areas. Her teacher rating had her moderately atypical in all areas. The results of this test indicated that she had behaviors of inattentive at home and at school. The results of this assessment that was administered to JL in September of 2017 meets the criteria of the Mississippi Department of Education with a Pacific learning disability. The Pacific learning disability that JL has is in the areas of listening comprehension and math problem solving. This ruling does support the findings of the assessments that were administered to JL.